Hi guys. Hey, today we are going to do our copper tooled bell. Okay, and here's mine. You can see it's a triangle bell, and inside of it has a clapper with a bead and a little clapper on the bottom there. Okay, in your box you're going to have a piece of copper sheet. Okay, a sheet of copper, a little bead, a glass bead, a piece of suede string. You're gonna have a tool. That's the tooling that we're gonna do the indentations on the copper sheet. You should have a piece of foam and a triangle. Okay, so what you guys are gonna need to grab, you're gonna want a piece of paper and a pencil to work on your design, and then a ruler and a scissors. All right, so let's get started. Of course, with all of our artwork, we will have to come up with a design first. All right, with mine, it's just an easy little shape here. It's a little droplets out there, and I just did mine. All three sides are the same. Okay, you can do your design different on each side, or do like I did, just do the same thing. Okay, so this is super fun material to work with. It is sharp, as you will notice, even just handling it. The sides are sharp. It's metal, so it can cut you, so be very careful. And do your sketching first on a piece of paper and decide what you want to do. All right, and then when you're ready, you're going to take your triangle, and if you see this, there's two sides are longer than the bottom. Okay, that's how you're going to want it. It's not going to be like this. You're going to put it so that the shorter side is on the bottom, so you can see this, and the longer sides are on the side. Okay, so we're going to trace this 3 different times so we can cut our bell out. All right, so you're going to hold this here like this, and you're going to use your tool. And actually, if you have your ruler, or even like a piece of cardboard or something that you can hold on the side here, and you can get some help if you need a little help holding the ruler. Okay, and you're going to trace around the triangle. Let's see if I can do it without the ruler. The ruler just makes it kind of nice to keep the edges real nice and straight, because we're going to be bending it. All right, so what we're going to do, you're going to trace around it 1 time, and you have to push a little bit. It's kind of hard, but not too bad. Okay, so the triangle's like this, so you hold this edge and just bring it this way. Okay, and then we're going to trace it again. Let's see if I can get this straight here. Okay, 2 times. Okay, and then you're going to hold the corner again and go this way. 1 more time. Trace it. Have your little corners meet there. Okay, right there. All right. So, as you can see, this is your 3 sides of your bell. All right. And then when you cut your bell out, you're going to have these 2 sides. In order for them to kind of hook together, we're going to put an edge on this one so that it can go underneath, and you can glue it, or you can put holes there and put the little string. I gave everybody some string if you want to just connect the sides with a string. Okay, so in order to do the side here, just kind of draw in a little bit, like a 45-degree angle, probably around 1/4 inch, that is. Okay, that's going to be like the edge that's going to tuck in. All right, so got that. Then what you're going to want to do is you're going to cut this out. All right, you just can use the scissors. Be very careful. All right. Like I said, once you cut this, it's even a little bit sharper than before. The edges get sharp. So just kind of bend it under as you go so you don't cut your hand. Right, cut this all out, cut. Okay, you're gonna keep this rest. You can either practice on it, practice the tooling, and then you can also make your clapper, okay? So let me cut this out here. It's really shiny. All right. Whoops. Didn't cut mine so straight. Fix that. Okay, and make sure these little pieces you get in your trash so they don't get on your floor, all right? Then, you're going to put your design on it, all right? So the foam that you have in your box is to put underneath your piece so that when you're using your tool, when you're tooling and your design, that it has a little, the metal will expand, and that way it has some place to go. If you put some foam underneath it, or maybe you want to put a lot of paper towels too, you can use that too, okay? So then you're going to draw your design. And you can draw with a pencil or just go for it with your tool. And the great thing about the copper is it's so fun. It just, we're going to do it from one side and then the other. But let's go back real quick just to say that you might want to practice a little bit with your extra pieces you can cut up. So I cut up some pieces here just to practice, all right? You can do a design like, let's say like this design here. Just kind of a simple design, just like a little wave here. All right. Some little waves. Or let's say you could just make it look like textured too. Like if I just started drawing here and just made lots of little lines. Kind of push a little hard. Okay, so see how it looks just like that? But the fun thing about tooling is if you put it, turn it around to the other side, then you can do it from this side. Okay, and it just gives it a nicer look. It makes it deeper. Let me show you. See, and I can work this back and forth until I can get it really, I can really stretch this material. Actually, if you guys want to wear gloves, you could probably find some, if you have gloves or little garden gloves or something to wear, that may be a good idea because it is kind of sharp. Okay, so you could just make some lines, some different designs. I want to show you a piece that I did with this material, I don't know, a long time ago, about 7 years ago. But if you see this, I really stretched the material, the copper. And this is patinaed, so it's with, so it looks aged. But back and forth, I just went back and forth with the tool, excuse me, just stretching this copper. What I mean by that is it just keeps kind of expanding. Like if I just kept working this, and I went from this side, and then if I went to the other side, you'll see once you start working with it, you can really change the design completely just by going back and forth, okay? And you can make it pretty deep for those of you that are really enjoying it and you really want to make it textured, you can, okay? You can just spend a lot of time making your design if you want. Okay, and if not, you can just draw a design, go on one side, turn it around, and copy it, you know, go around it, which will make it stick out a little more, which is kind of nice. Okay, all right. Another thing you can do, if this is a little bit hard for you, let's say maybe you can't push so easily, maybe you just want to make little lines, okay, or maybe you have a scissors and you want to do lines like that. Maybe that's helpful. Just give it some kind of texture so when it's hanging it can catch the light and look pretty, okay? Another thing with this piece, I just took it and this shell, I just bent it around this shell, okay? So maybe you want to just put some texture on it that way. Since it's metal, you can bend it and then bend it back, okay? So it's kind of fun too, just give it a little bit of a texture, okay? So it's not just shiny. All right, so you got something like that. All right, and even like on this one, if you did want to come up with just some kind of line design, it's also fun just to kind of see where the metal is going to go. You know, like if I see a line with a light, the reflection, maybe just kind of just make it work, okay? Just kind of, you know, draw where you see some lines, okay? And then when you turn it around, copy those lines, go on this side of the line and on this side of the line, and then it really makes a big indentation on this side. Okay, you'll see once you start doing this how fun that it just really starts to bend different. Okay, so get your design, put your design on here, and then we're going to you're going to want to either you can leave the bottom straight, or like mine, I bent the bottom in a little bit. Okay, so you can take your ruler. Well, you're gonna have to make some cuts. So make a cut, little tiny cuts, maybe a 1/4 inch in, and you're going to take your ruler once again and bend that up. This, be super careful, okay? Maybe use, like I'm doing, use your stick so that you don't cut yourself. Okay. And you're going to do that on all sides. Then you're going to we're going to bend this all together to make our bell. Okay. You know, also, I'm jumping ahead because I didn't patina mine, and patina is just is when you have copper or a metal and it moist air gets to it and then it starts changing the color of the copper. Like copper, a lot of times it's oxidation. It's like it'll turn kind of a greenish bluish color, which is real pretty. So if you want to patina yours, you would do your design, patina it, and then bend it to make the bell. Okay, and I'm going to show you in a second how different ways that you can do the patina. You know, if we were in class, we would, here at the studio, we would do it. It's an overnight process. We would take it and lay it in a tub and spritz it with vinegar, white vinegar, and then we would sprinkle table salt over it. Okay, and that causes it to patina overnight. Actually, it doesn't take very long at all. So I think these little pieces might need to be cut off here. You'll see when you're doing yours if it needs to be cut or changed a little bit. Just kind of have it do it, okay? Right. Put that up. You're gonna bend this one up, and then just be careful Careful, careful, careful. This is so sharp. Have some help if you need it, please. Okay. Okay, so then what you're going to do is you're going to, if you want to glue this, you can just glue this together. Glue the side. I did that to mine. I just used some glue. Or you can punch some holes and use that small thread that I gave you, the wax thread. You can use that to just make some ties here. Let's like punch a hole here and here and tie it together. Okay, and then you're going to need to make the clapper. Okay, so you're going to take your scissors and just make a little hole here at the top. All right, and you'll have a piece of this suede string, and you're going to have a glass bead, and you're going to have some extra copper, so you can do some tooling on that. You can see mine, I did a tool, just like a little design, just easy line design. Okay, and so as you can see, if you can, hopefully you can see this, I made a hole in my copper clapper here, put the suede up there, tied a knot, did the bead, tied another knot so that it can go back and forth, and then in there is another knot so it doesn't go through. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to make like a little loop at the top, make this a knot so that you can hang it, and then when you go inside here, the knot is going to go below so it doesn't pull through. See that? The knot is in the inside. Okay, and then you're going to have to decide where you want your bead. If you want your bead to hit right here, then you string on your bead. That's my little bead at. And string on your bead. And this one looks like it barely fits. Sometimes glass beads, they get, when they're made, the openings are not one side's bigger than the other side, it looks like. Okay, so I'll work on that. But, oh, here we go. Let's see. Here we go. Let's see. Here we go. Okay, so this would have a knot here, and then I would tie a knot at both ends. Then I would cut my piece and tie that, punch a hole, and then put the string here, okay? So it would look like this. Okay, so that's about it. All right, so let's talk about, mine is pretty much finished. I'm gonna hang mine outside and let it just oxidize naturally and get that patina on there. But if you guys want to do it, you can do either, you can use vinegar. Let's see, I have it written down here. There's vinegar and salt. You can get liver of sulfur, which is a chemical. It's very smelly, smells like rotten eggs. Or you can use, well, this is dangerous, but you can use, a lot of people use ammonia with vinegar and salt, and it has a cool color. But you also can do a faux patina, okay? So you can use, I have here black paint, black, turquoise, and like a dark blue. And you would do all the patina before, like I said, before you fold it. Okay, so if you, once you get the copper cut, you have your design on there, and then you do the patina, and then you fold it. Okay, so if you want to do this faux patina, you can get the black paint. Okay, put it on there, and maybe some dark blue. I just kind of dab it on like this. And some just kind of turquoise color. It's kind of messy. I'm going to take a paper towel. And just, I go back and forth, okay? So you're gonna go do this a couple times until you like it. Okay? All right. So I would let that dry and kind of take a paper towel and kind of get some of it off. And then I'd go back and you can do a couple different times layering your paint, okay? Till you like it. All right, I think that is about it. So you have your copper bell. All right, I hope you guys have fun. Do some awesome designs, even if it's just lines like here, just swirl designs. Swirl lines. And be careful. If you want to hang it outside and you get done with the patina, you can seal it. You can go in and use like a spray sealer or a Mod Podge or something, so that if you do the faux patina and you want to hang it outside, that it stays on there. Okay. So I believe that is it. So you guys have fun, and I will hopefully see some of your projects so I can see what you're doing and how you're doing. And all right, have fun. Talk to you later. Bye.